Hello everyone and welcome to a new video. This is part 2 of the NCT predictions for 2022 saga. I wanted to say that for some reason. I don't know why. But in part 2 we are going to continue with the second question in part 1. But in this video we are going to focus on the individual career predictions for each member. And to prepare, I asked my younger sister to give me her posters where the whole group is at so we can play. Hold up, let me open this dramatically. Okay. Are you ready, Editor Monkey? Ta-da! To play Loteria! Oh wait, hold up, there you go. We even have like the beans and everything ready to play the game. Okay. But this poster's a little bit too big, but it looks nice, doesn't it? I enjoyed it. Oh, my editor monkey just gave me the thing where we have our beans. So yeah, we have little beans to put it on their faces every time we read on a member. So I'll go in age order for my sanity. We'll take care of that in a little bit. Editor monkey we will record the bean pudding face thingy later, but we're gonna put it on this poster. We're gonna put it on this poster because this one's smaller, so it's a little bit more manageable. There is no Lucas on this poster, so that is unfortunate. Fuck. I realized at the moment I was looking at it, I was like, wait, there's no Lucas in here. What are we gonna do? To say that I'm conflicted is Editor Monkey, edit this because I have no clue what we're gonna do. Anyway, but I have a little list right here. I don't know if you can see like the little paper here. I don't want to move the mic. Because then I have to check the sound system and everything. But here I have a little piece of paper with all of their names and they're in age order. Again, for my sanity. 23. Let's just jump into it and see how their careers will do individually. Oh my god. May I have the energy to channel all of this. So to start off, we are going to start with Taeil, and in here we're going to do not individual readings, but I'm going to take out a card to represent each member's career for 2022. So what should we expect, I guess? I'm nervous because there's so many. Okay, first member, Taeil. So what's in store for Taeil's career in 2022? He got the whale. So here is a water element as we have the triangle pointing down. This tells me with the green, yellowish, and the blues, a sense of him going into his solar plexus, heart chakra, and throat chakra. And that means a sense of being confident, being optimistic, doing what he's passionate about, being very creative, speaking his truth, and talking from his heart. So he's doing a lot of things that make him happy, and he's working in his career to make sure that he's doing I want to say loyal to him, but he is slowly embarking in this journey of showing who he truly is and making sure that in his career he's working in projects that show his true colors and show a side of himself that is closer to who he really is deep inside. Why? Because we have the whale, and the whale is coming in from this darkness. So to me it feels like there's a subconscious work going through him, and with this water element there's a sense of being super creative, following his intuition, and being very close to his emotions. So again, there's a sense of the solar plexus and the heart chakra coming together. So of course with the throat chakra there's a sense of maybe through his singing will be the main source of his creative outlet that he will focus on. And with the whale there's a sense of something lurking or something starting to come through, or a promise of something big coming through. So I do feel that in his career something unexpected may be lurking, or there's a sense of him in his career for 2022, he will something big, a big project may come through. That's what I'm trying to get at, but I got distracted trying to put the card in frame. There you go. Next person. So Johnny, my boy Johnny, how is his career doing for 2022? We have the shark. Anyway, but with the water element here, we have 555 when I was singing the shark song. Doo-doo, doo-doo. So again, there's a sense of danger is lurking, or there's something coming through, something unexpected. With the shark, if we only see red, so it feels like Johnny's just trying to root himself, trying to center himself, trying to be a bit more stable. And also there's a sense of coming out of the dark or something unexpected happening. Maybe he'll go through an emotional, or he may be moody out of nowhere, or maybe emotions are hitting him very hard. I believe Johnny is a sun in Aquarius, meaning that they have a sun in Aquariuses tend to have the reputation of being detached and not wanting to think a lot about their emotions. They don't feel much because they kind of want to stay away from it, or they don't really know. They prefer to put it into words before they can actually feel it. So I do feel with this shark, there's a sense of danger because Johnny's gonna get a wave of emotions, and I do feel that it may show through with his career or in his work, as in maybe be reluctant to work, or maybe being distracted when he's working because he's feeling a lot, or a wave of emotions is going to take over him in a way that it could be distracting him at work, that kind of thing. So next person we have Taeyong. The card that came for him for his career in 2022 is the Buffalo. This is an earth element, as we have the triangle pointing down with a line, and the buffalo strikes me as a sense of strength, as a sense of stability. Oh, I thought there was another card stuck to the buffalo. There's this lightning is like a violet color, so it feels like third eye energy. Also, lightning is a sense of inspiration or an epiphany coming through very quickly. It's a spark of inspiration, let's put it that way. So I do feel that Taeyong's career is going to be filled with sparks of inspiration. So if I were him, I will have a notebook ready to write all those ideas, or if it's music related, well, phones can do that, just record, right? So he could just jot down those bits of inspiration that randomly come to him, because lightning is very quick, it's very fast, and it comes and goes very quickly, right? So I do feel like it's a flash of inspiration that comes through him. So I do feel that so Taeyong will get this sense of inspiration, or the sparks, or however you want to call it, when he is very peaceful, centered, and collected. So if he's very stressed, he will not be able to hear the messages that come through because of how he is not listening as carefully as he could, because it's our intuitive downloads of sorts. Again, it's purple, it's the third eye, so it's things that he can't really explain and he can't really see, they're just kind of happening. So I do feel that will be very beneficial and helpful for his career, because it will allow him to have a lot of inspiration, and it will help him materialize it, because that buffalo strikes me as someone that is very grounded, persistent, and stubborn. So he will definitely get those downloads, understand them, and use it for his work. The next person that we have is Yuta. So what's in store for Yuta's career in 2022? Oh, we got 2 cards for him. Yeah, I can take 2 cards. Wow. So for Yuta, we have a spirit card with a cosmic egg. With this is crown chakra energy, and then we have a lion with fire element. The colors that we have here are, of course, all of them with the cosmic egg. When I mean all of them, I mean all of the chakra colors. And here we have yellow, orange, and a bit of red. So this tells me that Yuta, in this year, his career will have a lot of transformations. because of this cosmic egg, it feels like something is hatching, or it feels like something is growing. So in his career, I feel that there's a lot of destiny coming through. So unexpected things just randomly happening, random opportunities coming through, or a lot of divine detours. So maybe all of a sudden things are not working, is for a reason, that type of energy. It feels like for Yuta's career, there's a promise of good things coming through, because and strength, a lot of pride and strength coming through with this lion, a sense of feeling on the top of the world, being unbeatable. So I do feel that Yuta will carry this energy in his career. Like, he's very sure of himself, he's very confident that things are working out. There is an emphasis of the 3 lower chakras, so I feel like he's very grounded, he's optimistic, and he's motivated. This cosmic egg tells me that he is divinely protected with this snake surrounding the egg. The snakes portrayed in this oracle deck all show a way of protecting light, or a way of protecting the energy within the card. So I do feel that this is a sign that his spirit guides, his spiritual team, and life and divine power are out there taking care of him and taking care of his career. So if there's any projects that he's working in for 2022, he will be taken care of and he will be protected, and whatever doesn't work out is for a reason, in order to bring in something even better that is destined for him. So there is a promise of something very good coming for him. All he has to do is have strength and take care of himself, and of course carry himself with confidence. I think that's very big for him. So this is very good actually for Yuta, and I am actually very happy for him. How do I put this card so we know that it's one person? I think like this. But then you can't. Okay, whatever, that's fine. Hold up. I have to keep in mind that it has to be in the frame. Next person. So next person we have Kun. So Kun's career, his career for 2022, what's in store for him? The card that popped out is the bear. He's waking up, everyone. It's gonna be like French Vanilla's waking up. Guys, there's so many inside jokes with Kun that you guys will not understand, but I will eventually do his individual reading, so you will understand all of it right there. And if I don't explain myself, make sure you comment and tell me, what the hell do you mean by French Vanilla? Okay? Promise. Pinky promise. I'll do it with myself, so you guys know. But yeah, Pinky promise. Anyway, so for Kun, we have the bear. This is an earth element, as we have the triangle pointing down, and here with this bear we have yellow and blue, a sense of speaking his truth, a sense of being confident and waking up to this new version of himself, because the bear is supposed to represent an awakening, and bears are apex predators, and that is supposed to mean that he is on the top of the food chain. We have a sun right here, so that tells me a sense of being optimistic, being bright, shining, being under that spotlight, being very. This feels very good actually. I don't feel a sense of. I mean, bears are dangerous, of course. You know, don't pet a real life bear. You know, they're not as cuddly and cute as stuffed animals. Oh my god, as stuffed animals make us believe. Bears are dangerous. I don't know why I was going to say. I think this was a joke somewhere. If you see a black bear become big and loud to scare it off, if you see a grizzly bear play dead, and if you see a polar bear, you are dead. I don't know why I thought I had to say that. Anyway, but for Kun, let's talk about Kun and his career. It feels like he will go through an awakening that will allow him to be more accessible. Those were the words that came out, but I wanted to say that will shine on him brighter, so people will want to look at him more, people will want to work with him because of that. So I guess I'm sensing a sense of popularity boost, or a reputation that will allow him to get more opportunities career wise, because there's a sense of awakening, and I do feel that for his career that is a sign of more opportunities, better projects for him that are offered to him. But also with the bear, it could be a sense of him working on himself and waking up to who he truly is and being confident in his skin, that type of thing. So that's kind of where I was getting at as well. Like, this could be that he's growing as an individual, but it could also mean that he is getting those good projects. next person. So let's see. What's in store for Doyoung's career for 2021? What? For 2022? My boy, move on to this new year. So we have Panther, and here we have the fire element with the triangle pointing up. So it seems like Doyoung may have had a rough year last year. Again, I'm not a fan, so I don't know what could have happened. I don't know what was rumored out there. But with this Panther, there's a sense of whatever baggage he had last year, especially because I messed up with him. And I haven't messed up with the other 5 that I've talked about. Oh my god. But with Doyoung, there's a sense of he may have some baggage that carried over from last year into this year, and that could get a little bit in the way of his career. So maybe something didn't work out last year, and because of that he's in a very defensive, a bit sensitive and over protective mode for this year. Also, I want to say congratulations to Young. I saw the award you won in the AAA awards because I did see it. I did watch it. So good job. If he's acting and he's doing well, I'm glad he won. But with this Panther energy, if you see, the eyes are green, and green is the color of the heart chakra. So I do feel that on the outside, Doyoung is going to be working very hard. He's going to do what he's passionate about, and he will be very fierce in getting the projects that he wants and make sure that he is treated well. He's not going to allow other people to bring him down. That's the energy that I'm getting with this Panther. But it seems like he's walking through the unknown. It seems like he can't see clearly his surroundings. So I do feel that he may act up a little bit with other people because he can't see things clearly. He may be feeling a lot of things, and that could be clouding his judgment a little bit with all of the darkness surrounding the Panther. But with the green eyes, there's a sense of Doyoung is just trying to protect his heart. He's just trying to protect what he values and what he deeply cares for, and it's just coming off the wrong way in like his external physical sense. And I do feel that that could mean that in his career, people are just going to be dealing with a moody Doyoung of sorts, or overly protective side of him is going to just overtake him, and it will affect his career in the sense that he will fiercely work towards his passions, but at the same time he will be he'll be in a defensive mode. So if someone's criticizing him or if something's not working out, he may act out a little bit and people may be taken aback a little. So that's something. Okay, the next person that we have is 10. So what's in store for 10's career in 2022? Ow, that hurt me. I just bent the cards. Ooh, I just went like this. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry cards. Okay, so what's in store for 10's career for 2022? Okay, so we have the lizard here. Oh, sorry. The lizard has all of the colors of the rainbow with the cool colors on the bottom and the the warm colors surrounding and on top of the lizard. This is a fire element, so this tells me that 10 is going to be very inspired. He's going to be motivated this year for his career, and this lizard is actually making me think of a chameleon. So I do feel that there's a sense of 10 will show very different aspects inside of him, sides of himself for his career, or he will adapt very well and very quickly. I don't know if it's all lizards or if not most of them, if they lose their tail or if you chop it off, they can regrow it at least once, I think. And I also think that the piece that you took off, it could also move a little bit after it has been cut off. So there's a sense that I don't know why that came through. The lizard has come out multiple times in other readings, and I haven't mentioned that. I don't know why it came through with this one. So I just think that with 10, the fact that I talked about that kind of shows that he will just go through a period where he will have to do sacrifices in order to make his career work the way that he wants to. And he will have to continuously work in balance and stay in alignment with what he wants, what he desires, and what his goals are. So in a way to not lose focus, because he will have to already sacrifice a lot of himself to make things work. There's a sense of maybe that could be baggage related, or it could be that maybe he will have to sacrifice his time or sacrifice his energy of sorts. Like he will have to let go of something in order to allow his career to work. Or maybe he may have to just put things on hold or push them to the side a little bit, and that's what this card could be like warning. Not necessarily warning, but kind of saying that that's the main theme for Ten's career this year. The next person that we have is Jaehyun. So what's in store for Jaehyun's career in 2022? We have the Earthworm. Baby energy again. Here we have the earth element with the Earthworm, bottom of the food chain. So this tells me that Jaehyun may be working on a new project, or he's working on taking care of himself in order to start something new. With this Earthworm, there's a sense of like if there is rain, he will have to come out to the surface. So that made me think that maybe in order for things to work out in Jaehyun's career this year, he will have to go out of his shell and he will have to put himself out there a little bit more. Because when it rains, worms have to go out into the surface because they can't breathe, since water is taking up all the air in the soil when it rains. If it rains a lot, of course. If it rains a little bit, then earthworms are fine. And they have to be out into the surface, and that's very dangerous for earthworms because, you know, us as humans, we can clearly just step on them or just be like, ew, disgusting, or whatever. I don't know why I'm talking about that. So I just feel that with Jaehyun, that's a sign that he will have to go out to the surface and just stay very strong. In order to survive, he will have to go out there, and in order to survive out there, he will have to be strong and be very confident with himself. So there's a sense of kind of coming out of hermit mode. I don't really know how to describe it, but hermit mode is basically, you know, just thinking of the hermit card in tarot, one of the major arcanas, and in that card is supposed to represent someone that goes into isolation in order to find alignment within themselves and just know who they are and know what they desire out of life and all of that. So I do feel that Jaehyun is just being encouraged this year to go out of his cocoon, go out of his comfort zone, and just put himself out there in order to chase opportunities that may be offered to him, or just to look for opportunities he will be content with taking. But with all of that said, let's go on to the next person. So next we have Winwin. What's in store for Winwin's career for 2022? I was about to say, everyone has been doing a very good job in behaving and just taking out one card. And as soon as I was just thinking about that, I didn't say it. Winwin was like, I want to. So, just like Yuta. So for Winwin's career this year, we have the wolf and we have the scorpion. And that is a fire element with the scorpion and an earth element with the wolf. So there's a sense, it's weird because the wolf makes me think of working in groups, working in a pack, being super loyal. Both of them have yellow and orange as their main colors. So that's a sense of working in his confidence, working in his optimism, working in projects, doing things that he is creatively appealed with. Working creatively in things that appeal to him. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And also doing things that motivate him and trying to stay inspired and try to stay motivated to work on those projects that he's trying to be confident and be inspired so he can be confident within himself, but also so like he can be confident in the projects that he was working on. That's what I'm getting at. But with the wolf, it feels there's a sense of like working with other people, but then the scorpion makes me think of being in isolation. So I do feel that Winwin will have like this constant shift of working with other people and being very loyal to those people, but then receding and being with himself and working for himself with the scorpion energy. So I'm not too sure if Winwin is taking projects of his own. But if that's the case, this will explain what the wolf and the scorpion are here. There's a sense of like he still has loyalty for the group. he will definitely continue working with them, but he will also continue working on his own things, because the Scorpion is making me think of Scorpio energy, and to me Scorpio energy is very good at going deep within themselves and just being okay with just being alone and being their own best company. So that's why I'm getting that sense of being with other people, be very loyal to the group, but then also be by himself to, you know, work on himself or just work on what he's passionate about, or solo activities, solo projects, because the Scorpion has this very strong intensity. So it's kind of like whatever he wants to do and whatever he finds value in, just work towards that and make that happen. And with the Wolf, we have also a sense of being caring, being, again, I continue thinking of loyalty. So maybe he may be working on his own for so long that maybe fans will start doubting his loyalty to the group, or will start wondering if he will ever go back to the group. But I do feel that that Wolf is supposed to represent that he will definitely come back, but right now he's just focusing on his own things, and it seems like that will just continue for 2022, like that whole thing of working on his own things as well. Okay, next person. So the next person that we have is Jungwoo. I think I said that right. So let's see what's in store for his career in 2022. We have the oyster. Okay, so what are those clams? Fuck. I was gonna say a fun fact about oysters, and then I went like, wait, but are those clams that do that? I think clams are the ones that do that. But I think oysters are also very good at cleaning the environment. I don't know where I saw that, but I think I saw a video once that was mentioning that if you farm oysters, I think it was, it's a very good way of cleaning the byproducts or the toxins in the water, to clear it up, because that's what oysters use to feed themselves. And I was going to mention something similar, because clams do that as well. Clams collect debris, so that seems to be very important. Here we have a water element, of course, with the oyster, and there's little lights surrounding the darkness, but the oyster is shining very bright on its own. So I do feel that this is kind of describing that in Jungwoo's career, I hope I'm saying his name right, I'm sorry, as long as you guys know who I'm talking about, we're good. For his career, there's a sense of he will work towards becoming brighter, shining brightly within himself. He may be working a lot within him, working through baggage, doing some shadow work, and shining very brightly because of the work that he's doing. So shadow work is just looking at the aspect of himself that he may not have wanted to look at, or he hides, or he's not too confident in showing yet. So I do feel like he's just shining brightly. He's trying to be very happy, optimistic, and confident, and that will definitely show in his career, because there's a sense all those little lights that are like surrounding the oyster feel like hands that are reaching out to him, or hands that are like, oh, look at this guy, he's doing well, let me help him out, let me offer him an opportunity. So I do feel that in his career, this oyster is supposed to represent that just with him existing, and just by working on himself, he's attracting all of these opportunities, attracting all of these people, and just shining very brightly within the unknown. So even if he doesn't know what he's working towards, or even if he doesn't know what path he's taking, he will be able to just attract the opportunities that will guide him down the path and direction that he actually feels called out to. If anything, the advice that the group got as a whole is very important for him, because if he follows his intuition, he will be able to pick the opportunity and the project that fits his needs and provides the emotional satisfaction that he's looking for in his career. So that's it. His intuition will help him navigate the shadow work that he's doing on himself, but will also help him navigate the path with all the options that are being offered to him. It will just help him figure out which path is the most convenient towards him, to him, and which one is the right path to take in accordance to what he desires in his career. So he's getting a lot of options, and that's very good. Next person. So okay, there you go. The cards. I wasn't ready for the cards. So what's in store for Lucas's career this 2022? So the card that came out for Lucas is Butterfly. We have our first air element of all of them. The butterfly, of course, talks about transformation, change. I feel like I was saying that wrong. And talks about someone coming out of their cocoon. It feels like a sense of flying high again. With this butterfly, we have blue and orange, which talks about the throat chakra and the sacral chakra. So it seems like so far all of NCT is working a lot more on being grounded. Very few are connecting to their spiritual side with like third eye right here. But with a butterfly, it feels like Lucas, his career, he will have to change a lot in order to come out of the cocoon, or there is a sense of he will have to be more careful with his words and more careful with I'm trying to think what the orange is trying to tell me with this butterfly. I guess be very careful with his impulses, let's put it that way. I guess just being cautious and learning how to be more responsible, or just mature with the issues that happened. Was that last year or was that in 2020? My sense of time is kind of tricky and out of whack. But with this butterfly, the whole point is transformation. So it seems like for Lucas's career this year, he will just transform, mature, grow, become more beautiful, become more attractive. There's a sense of being fragile and delicate. So he will show this side of himself that is a bit more vulnerable or a little bit more out there. Or he will do something that will make people look at him again. And he's shining very bright. As you see, this butterfly is surrounded by light. Of course, these gray tones in the background make me think that there's still a little bit of like bad vibes going towards him. You know, people like hating on him and stuff. But there's still a sense of he will power through that and eventually come out transformed and changed. Because I think that's the only way he can come out. But yeah, the air element talks about his thoughts, his ideas, and his intellect. So he will definitely change his way of saying things, and he will be very careful with the words that he says. That is very big with his message or with his card. The next person that we have is Mark, or as my younger sister calls him, Marker. So what's in store for Mark's career in 2022? By the way, my younger sister is the one that calls him Mark. So we have fish with a water element and the red moon. The red moon! Okay, I'm saying it like that because red talks about the root chakra. So Mark is working on being grounded, on being stable, on placing his roots towards something. And with the moon, it seems like it's about his emotions, especially because we have the water element right here, and we have a fish, so that kind of makes me think of Pisces energy, which was one of the advice or healing messages that came through in their group reading. Also, the moon was one of those cards that it represents Pisces, and that one came out in NCT Dream. And Mark is in NCT 127, and NCT Dream. So I do feel that there's a sense of unknown that will be very big for him in 2022, because I feel he may be learning from it. So I do feel that in this year, in Mark's career, he will go through a period where he will not see things clearly, or there's a lot of mystery going around, or a lot of unknowns, or he may not know what path to take or how to get somewhere. I just saw 444 when I was talking about this. Of course, because of how my phone works, I have to record this in parts. That's why I saw 444. Anyway, so there's a sense of stability, there's a sense of grounding himself, there's a sense of grounding his emotions or working with his emotions to bring himself back together. Because it feels like in 2022, Mark's career is going to be a little bit fussy, or is going to be filled with unknowns and a lot of unanswered questions, and the only way that he will be able to ground himself and root himself again will be by stabilizing his emotions and how he feels about things, maybe doing some more creative work so that he can have an outlet to work with his emotions. But with this fish, there is a sense of just trusting the unknown. There's a sense of his intuition to take the next steps in a way that he feels confident, he feels comfortable with, and he feels safely and divinely protected with as well. So yeah, so in his career filled with unknowns and uncertainties that he will have to power through. The next card that we have is going to be for Xiaojun. So let's see what's in store for his career in 2022. The card that came out is the Elk with earth element and a lot of orange and yellow. So again, working on the lower chakras. With the Elk, there's a sense, I don't know why I got a sense of leadership, even though Xiaojun is not a leader. I do like he's not assigned the leader role. I feel like he will be very good at leading his own life, or being able to walk down the path that he's confident with, the path that he's happy with, the path that brings him a lot of inspiration and creativity and confidence, again because of the yellow. This earth element tells me that he's going to take things one step at a time, because earth is again a slow but steady type of energy. Earth is a planner, so I do feel like he will plan ahead. He will work towards his goals by making sure that he's carefully taking the steps that he planned to take out, and making sure that he's organizing his ideas, his thoughts, and his energy. So I guess having good time management and organizing himself in order to make those steps happen effectively. So I do feel that he has a plan that he wants to walk towards, and all of this light tells me that he trusts and he can see clearly the path that he's taking for his goals. The black moon tells me that this is a new moon, which signifies a new beginning. So Xiaojun is going through a period in his career where he is embarking on a new journey, starting a new project, and he's leading forward in such a way that he feels very happy, content, and he knows what he's getting himself into, because he's planning his path and he's planning the steps ahead in such a way that brings him stability and confidence, and that helps him stay motivated and passionate with that path and that work, because he knows what to expect. So he's doing well. So the next person is Hendery. So let's see what's in store for Hendery's career in 2022. I want to take this card out. We have the snake. Here we have an earth element. We have darkness surrounding the light that the snake provides. The snake is eating itself, or creating a sense of infinity, a sense of divine protection as well. Because to me, snakes represent protection. It represents a sense of in the West, usually snakes are seen as sneaky. They're seen in a bad light, but I do feel that in other places of the world, the snake is actually seen as a divine garden of sorts. So I do feel that with the snake is showing that latter a little bit more than the negative aspects of it. So I do feel that for Hendery in 2022, his career is divinely protected, similar to what I said for Yuta. Also, here we have greens, purples, so we have a lot of cool colors. So I do feel that Hendery is being divinely protected because it's part of his destiny, it's part of his path. Because here we have like the crown chakra with the deep blues, purplish colors. Then we have the heart chakra with this green. With the blue, we have the throat chakra, and with this light purple, violetish color, we have the third eye. So we're working from the throat chakra, the heart chakra up. Meaning that it feels like Hendery is going through a period where he's trusting his heart, he's speaking his truth, and he is divinely connected with spirit in such a way that he trusts the path that he's taking. He understands that there will be a lot of mysteries and unknowns he will go through, but he is confidently going moving forward and taking the steps necessary for what he wants, or just walking the path that was meant for him. Like, he trusts fate, he trusts destiny. He can hear clearly what cannot be heard, he can see clearly what cannot be seen with the naked eye. This earth element seems like slow and steady again, very stable, grounded, and very determined to make things happen. So I do feel that WayV, they get the earth card in their career as a group, and so far we have Kun with earth element, Xiaojun with earth, the snake with Hendery was also earth, there's earth with Winwin, and then there's water and wait no, the oyster was somebody else. And then we have air and fire for 2 other members of WayV. And looking at my list, we just need Jungwoo for WayV, and then we'll know. But there's a lot of earth element in the individual career for WayV, so I'm not surprised that the earth element came through for the group 1 in what was stored in their career. So the second question in part 1. So for WayV, they had the earth element, so I do feel that kind of shows that that is possible, or that's happening, because they have a lot of members that have the mentality of taking things slow, one step at a time, one day at a time, and they trust the path that they have to take, and they also are not afraid of just working as however much they have to work to make their career come and their dreams come true. You know, they're not afraid of, you know, working. And it seems like they're all in a very healthy space and mind to work without interruptions and without being bothered. So the next person that we have is Renjun. Let's see what's in store for his career in 2022. We have the tiger. We are in the year of the tiger, so this is big. So we have a white tiger filled with a bit of orange and filled with yellow. There's a black moon in the eye of the tiger. Boom, 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 boom. No, in the third eye position of the tiger. That's kind of what I wanted to say, but then tiger's eye just randomly came to my mind. So maybe that's a crystal or a stone that could be beneficial for Renjun. Or, you know, I think that stone is supposed to help people that are trying to stay motivated or good for abundance of sorts in work or something along those lines. So it feels like in his career there is a sense of abundance, there's a sense of good luck, a sense of a lot of opportunities coming through, or a sense of projects that will be to his liking. And with this tiger, there's a sense of sneakily walking towards that, because tigers are sneaky hunters. They stalk their prey and they stay down the low. They stay down low to make sure that they are not seen, and then they attack and catch their prey. So with this fire element, there's a sense of Renjun's career is going to be filled with not only opportunities, but he's going to be ready to embark on those projects, because it kind of feels like he's looking at different, like he already has his eye out on different projects that he wants to do, or on different hobbies that will help him, or knowledge that will help him make his dreams come true, and he has an eye on them already. And this moon makes me think that he trusts that those dreams are going to come true, like he has a very good relationship with spirit, or with his spiritual team, or with the universe. So he already knows that whatever he's doing is just preparing him for the projects that he's desiring, and just by looking at what he wants, he's slowly like visualizing and manifesting the projects that he wants to work on, or what he desires. And because of that, he's already on the lookout for it. So when it is ready, like being offered to him, like the opportunity to do whatever it is that he has been like trying to manifest, he will just jump right in and make that okay, maybe let's not say it like that. I was gonna say make it his bitch, but no, that sounds wrong. So that means that he already has his eye out for like the projects that he wants to focus on. So when they come through, or when they become a reality, he will just jump and make that project come true, and just not take over it, not that aggressively, but like he would just be able to jump right into the opportunity when it's been offered to him, and just work on the projects that he's been trying so hard to manifest. So this is a very good card, actually. I do feel that the tiger is showing a sense of good luck and abundance for him, especially since we're in the year of the tiger. I am very happy that he got it, because I was like, whoever gets it is a sign that they're being guided and protected by the universe. So the next person that we have is Jeno. So what's in store for Jeno's career in 2022? We got 2 cards with him. We have the crocodile and the dolphin, 2 water signs, which I find very funny, because NCT Dream got a bunch of cups for their group reading. So I'm not surprised that many of their that individually some of them will get water elements. So the crocodile talks about someone that is being very cautious. We have a bit of yellow and green in the eye of the crocodile, and it's supposed to represent the solar plexus and the heart chakra. So I do feel that deep inside, Jeno is very confident and he follows his heart. He's very loyal to what he loves. He's very loyal to the work that he does, and whatever his goals are, he seems to work very hard towards that. So what I'm trying to say also with the crocodile, there's a sense of Jeno knows when to take a timeout, or like he knows when to be low-key, or he understands when to put his guard down a little bit, so like that he can work towards something. Because crocodiles, the way that they work is that they're very sneaky as well as the tiger, and the crocodile stays in water, and it stays still, you know. Part of it is like immersed in water and the other part is kind of like just looking out. And crocodiles are very patient. Some of them even hide. So I do feel that with this crocodile, it's just showing that Jeno is very patient. He knows his skills and he knows his worth, and because of that, he understands and he has the patience to have opportunities just come towards him, and he just takes them. So similar to what Renjun got, but this one comes from a very deeper knowing, and being very patient. With Renjun, I felt a little bit of a sense of being super passionate and just going forward, like straight masculine energy, chasing after his dreams. But with this crocodile, Jeno does have a little bit more of a low-key approach, more super patient. You know, he takes the bait. He doesn't take the bait, but he takes the prey when it's really like it's just like plated to him, like, here, take it, and he takes it. But he seems to be very patient. Next to it, we have the dolphin. So this tells me that Jeno's career is going to be filled with not only opportunities just coming to him, but also a lot of work that will make him very happy, work that will allow him to play around, work that will allow him to be in alignment. So let's put it this way. When Jeno's not working, he's very patient, just concentrated on himself and just waiting for opportunities to come through. He's not chasing, he's attracting energy, attracting career opportunities and stuff. But when he's working, he's very happy, he's very content, he's playing around. With the dolphin, it seems like he's just having fun, you know, maybe even playing tricks and pranks on other people. Again, nothing happy, nothing bad. It's just he's enjoying the time that he has working. He enjoys the opportunities that come through. Or if not, it could also mean that he enjoys the times that he has with himself. And then when the opportunity comes through, he just takes it. But again, he's attracting these opportunities. He's not like pushing himself to the point of feeling annoyed or anything. He's just working on himself, and when opportunities come through, he just takes them with no regrets or anything. He just goes for it. Okay, the next person that we have is Haechan. So let's see what's in store for Haechan's career in 2022. I felt this card. So we have the zebra. This tells me that Haechan's career, we have the fire element, and then there's a triangle with all of the color that the zebra has on the third eye section as well. I say as well because the tiger had that. So this tells me that Haechan is going to be taking care of himself, because this zebra right now, for whatever reason, just caught my attention as being very clean, elegant, and pristine. I don't know what pristine means, but I'm trying to use it as a sense of just being very clean, elegant, and even in a way kind of mystical. So I do feel like Haechan would just be taking care of himself, his image, trying to stay, having a clean reputation type of thing. This triangle on the third eye kind of tells me that he's trying to balance himself, try to stay cool, calm, and collected. The 3 C's. Also with that fire element, it feels like he's very passionate, he's inspired, he's ready to work, he's ready to make his dreams come true, but also he's making sure that he has structure, that he is prepared, organized, because of the lines in the background of this zebra always make me feel as someone that is organized or has very good boundaries or is able to understand things because they have everything lined out. So I do feel that Haechan will be thinking a lot for some reason in how he's going to take action, how he's going to do this, how he's going to do that. Like, so he's kind of planning the future by just thinking about it, and he's going to organize things out. Feels like in his career he will have a very good sense of where he's at or in where he wants to go, because he has everything very well organized, and he's slowly I feel he's slowly taking action, but the zeros are pretty fast, so he's just rapidly taking action whenever he can, and if not, he's just planning and thinking. But the short hair of the zebra made me think that he is just polishing himself, cleaning himself up, or taking care of his image to make sure that he has a good reputation. So I do feel that also there's a sense of having very good listening skills, so I think Haechan will have his ears ready for any opportunities that come through, or having very good networking skills of sorts that will allow him, listening to other people that improve his networking skills, and just the people that he knows, and that will allow him to have a lot more projects and a lot of abundance in his career by just meeting the right people because he was able to treat them right. That type of energy. So now let's go on to the next person. So Jaemin's career. What's in store for Jaemin's career in 2022? Wait. So let's take those two cards. We have the bee and we have the crow. So they're both air elements. Another person that has air after a very long time. And with the bee and the crow, it feels like Jaemin is going to work very hard. The bee is a hardworking element. So on the outside, we are going to see a Jaemin that is working very, very hard, borderline workaholic, working with other people, but he's doing his part very well. There's blue and yellow. So there's a sense of like he's going to be speaking up, singing well, or he's doing whatever he has to do to get his job done. But with the yellow, it feels like he's going to be pretty confident because he is staying pretty loyal to what he believes in his heart, because when you combine blue and yellow, you create green. So it's a sense of like combining the throat chakra and the solar plexus to create the heart chakra. So yeah, he's going to be pretty optimistic this year. It seems like he's going to have enough work that he's satisfied with it and he's content with it, and that gives him confidence. The confidence of like, I'm doing well because work has been offered to me, so that means that I'm doing a good job. That kind of confidence. But with the crow, there's a sense of like he will have a lot of thoughts in his mind of baggage growing and improving his intellect, because to me, crows represent a guiding animal when things are difficult or when you are embarking onto the unknown. It's kind of like a bird that reminds you that you're not alone, and a bird that reminds you that when you're going through a rough patch in life, there is someone you can lean on and feel supported and taken care of. So it's a guiding bird for sure, and this bird is holding onto a light of green, yellow, orange, and a bit of red or pink, something along those lines. So there's a sense of feeling grounded because he's working on his baggage, he's working on he's doing his shadow work, he is working on his responsibilities, and everything that he cannot see, the crow is guiding him in being able to understand it better, being able to ground that energy, being able to see clearly. So I wanted to John for this one. So I do feel that maybe Jaemin will overwork himself, or he will be overthinking a lot of the work that he's doing, and because this is some spiritual work that he's going through as well, or like his change of ideas and his change of mind. So whether or not, he will be a little bit mentally exhausted with all of the different experiences that he's going through and the growth that he's going through, the baggage that he's cleaning through, as well as like the work that he's doing. But this is like a subconscious thing that he's doing, and the B is the superficial, not superficial as in like it's not honest, but superficial as like that, okay, surface level work that he's doing. Like that's what people see. Superficial may not have been the right word. Yeah, so he may just wake up very tired this year because of the subconscious work that he's doing on himself. So the next person that we have is Yangyang. So what's in store for Yangyang's career in 2022? We have the frog. Ooh, I don't know why I thought of acid rain with a frog. Here we have water element. The frog kind of feels like a sense of cleansing, using water to cleanse himself. Frogs don't go too far from water because frogs have to go back to moisturize themselves with the water. They're amphibians, so they go from little tadpole in the water and then grow into being land animals, which are frogs. So I do feel that this is kind of showing that Yangyang has gone through a transformation. that has allowed him to move forward and do new things and embark into a brighter future. However, the water that's coming through feels like baggage. Again, there's this darkness, so to me, darkness symbolizes a sense of subconscious or shadow work of sorts, or going into the unknown. So I do feel that Yangyang will be showered with having to do some shadow work, or he will be showered with his past in such a way that he is slowly healing himself, or he's healing the past, and that's helping his career, because I feel that that will allow him to feel relief, or that will allow him to learn and grow and mature as an individual, or that will allow him to clear up some of his any mental baggage or emotional weight that he was carrying with himself. And all of that will add up in a way that will allow him to be a lot more concentrated in his career. It will help him be a lot more centered and stable, because he's working through all of that past things from the past and all of his shadow work. And also, when you work through shadow work, you could also see good aspects of yourself and just accept them as being part of you. Because sometimes when you do shadow work, there are good things that you discover about yourself that you hadn't even noticed, because when it's in the shadow, when you're doing shadow work, you're seeing things that you hadn't seen before, and sometimes those things are good. And it doesn't always have to be bad. So I do feel that in Yangyang's career, he's gonna work on himself, go towards the past, or do some introspective work that will allow him to be a lot more confident into his career. The next person that we have is Shotaro. So what's in store for Chotaro's career 2022? We have the vulture. So if here's an air element, there's purple surrounding the vulture, and the vulture is completely dark. So this kind of tells me that Chotaro's career is going to fill with a lot of unknowns, but he will take any opportunity that comes through and transform it into something good. Because vultures are the type that waste no time to just get their food. Vultures have a very good eye in just finding food, and they're very resourceful. So I do feel that this is kind of showing a sense of Shotaro will go through a period where maybe he will have to go through a mini transformation in order to understand the path ahead of him, or he will have to have a very good eye to opportunities, because it may feel like he's lacking opportunities and projects, and he will just need to have a very good eye to capture them and just take any opportunity that comes through, as little or as big as it is. Because I feel that every opportunity that comes through, it will take him a while to see it, and he will have to fight for those opportunities, and that will allow him to continue transforming and growing and feeding into his experience as a entertainer. Well, yeah, but as an individual in the Kpop industry. So I do feel that in his career, he will just need to have a very good eye and fight for the projects that come through. And he needs to have a good eye to be able to see those opportunities, and also to see which ones are good for him. The next person that we have is Sungchan. What is in store for Sungchan's career in 2022? Wait. The card is falling. We have the tarantula. So this is a fire element with a lot of red and a little bit of yellow and orange. So this tells me the Sungchan's career is going to have him focus a lot more in himself and grounding himself and setting roots. So whatever projects that he's going to embark on it's forcing him to just make sure that he is focusing on grounding it, or making it more real or more stable somehow. The tarantula talks about someone that is working toward their purpose, focusing on who they want to be, or focusing on the life that they desire and they're wishing to make. So this tarantula is telling me that Sungchan is just being encouraged to find what his life purpose is and start working towards that and making it a bit more physical. So if he's thinking, I want to do this, I want to do that, life is encouraging him to figure out how to make that happen. May it be planning, finding the right people, or getting the right skills to make that come true. But there's a bigger sense or a bigger emphasis in figuring out what his life purpose is. So there's a sense of having to reevaluate or just organizing his ideas to understand what the next steps are. So a sense of planning and understanding himself better will allow him to have an easier time in taking action in whatever projects he wants to embark in, whatever direction he wants to take his career. Now is the right time to start planning to make sure that he has a good sense of purpose and a good motivation that will allow him to power through and find the opportunities or be able to just start noticing what are the right steps and the right action to take towards those dreams that he may have for his career. So the next person we have is, okay, if you read the romanization is Chenle, but if you read the Hangul of it is Chenle, something like that. Anyway, so what's in store for his career in 2022? We're almost done. We have the beaver. That's actually very cute. So with the beaver, we have a water element. There's a sense of being very cute and fluffy. So I think that in 2022, Chenle will be, I hope I'm saying his name right. Don't crucify me, I swear. I try my best. In his career, he will just have a moment of serenity and just solitude. I feel like he's gonna be pretty happy and content with just being on his own. All of this wood, all of this forest, oh my god, that's wrong too. All of these trees create like this forest element that is all dark, and I do feel that maybe he will encounter a moment where he may not be feeling too well emotionally. Again, another NCT Dream kid. Can I call him kid? I mean, he's younger than me. I guess I can. Another NCT Dream member, there you go, that had a water element. So this kind of shows that this is where all the cups are coming through. He may be struggling with his career in the sense of creating structure, or a flow of emotions are going to come through. Because when I see the beaver, I always think of how they build dams and to stop the water flow, and then they create like their homes in the dry spot. But to me, this beaver always felt like a sign of holding on the flow of emotions to create a sense of stability. But it's not super reliable because dams can break, and that's why I was thinking of this beaver is kind of representing when those dams break, right? Like a warning of like, I'm holding off on the flow of emotions and holding on, just destiny doing its thing, but sometimes the dams break and it just comes in rushing like crazy, and it feels like it's destroying home. Also, when I saw the forest, I thought of home for some reason. So I do feel that for his career in 2022, there will be an emphasis of home, or there will be an emphasis of being emotional, or a sense of destiny just doing things kind of crazy, and he has to go with the flow and adapt very quickly. There is a bit of blue and yellow, which actually kind of looks like some like green. So I do feel that he will be very connected to his heart, as we have the element of water present with a triangle pointing down. So I do feel that he will be a lot more connected to his emotions and his and that will enhance his creativity, or it will allow him to go back to the good old days, and that will inspire him to move forward or recenter himself in figuring out what he wants in his career, because now he is working with his emotions to find the right path for him. So I'll leave that card right there, and let's finish off with the last member we have of NCT is Jisung. I hope I said it right. My brain is too tired to figure it out. So what's in store for Jisung's career in 2022? We have the Hawk, the apex predator of the air element. So with the Hawk, we have an air element, and we have red, orange, and yellow. Again, there was a lot of like reds, orange, and yellows for a lot of the NCT members. So I do feel that many of them are just grounding themselves and trying to stay motivated and stay optimistic with their career in 2022. But with Jisung, we have this sense of having a different perspective, or having a higher perspective of sorts, or being able to see things from a different point of view that gives him the upper hand somehow with his career, because he's able to not see it from the ground level. He has a bird eye view on the situation that he's in, and that will allow him to have a lot of different opportunities and allow him to pick the careers or the projects that he is content with or happy with. Also, I want to point out how the hawk is going away from the darkness, so I do feel, and it's going towards the light, or is surrounded by light, so I do feel that this different point of view allows him to see things very clearly and to be under the spotlight in a very healthy way and manner, because he's able to capture whatever he has in mind or whatever his goals are very well and quickly, because of this ability of seeing things from different point of view. So I do feel that this means that for his career, if he's working on a project and he may not be too happy with it, his different point of view allows him to stay motivated, to stay grounded, and to be very loyal to himself and understand the motivation as to why he's doing something. So I'm saying this as something that's very useful for his career, because this tells me that he's able to do things that like projects, careers, or jobs that he may not be looking forward to that well. However, he understands that that's a stepping stone towards something that he does want, so he never loses focus of his goals, and he is not afraid of just doing the work that's necessary to get towards those goals, because I feel that he stays very focused, and that allows him to stay very positive and grounded in his motivations and his desires and his inspirations, and to also stay motivated to not feel discouraged, to continue going down the path that makes him the most happy, that makes him the happiest in his career. So I do feel that this hawk also shows that he will be searching and finding good projects, or finding, I also felt like finding the right people to get the projects that he's aiming for and looking for. So he seems to be in a very good position for 2022, but I think it's because of this higher perspective. So it could be just his uniquely way of saying things, or it could be a higher power out there, let's say like his spiritual team, his angels, or just life being able to speak with him and be like, hey, we're planning on offering something new, so have your eyes wide open for those new opportunities, that kind of thing. Like, he trusts his intuition, which again, that was a very big that was a big advice, or an important advice that came through for all of NCT. So that's a very good card to end off this reading. Let me turn around. So that is it for NCT's individual career reading things for 2022. That was quite a lengthy video for just one question. Again, there's 23 people, so even if I spoke for each member like 2 minutes, that's already like almost an hour. So yeah, let me see. Yeah, this will be over an hour, so pray for my editor monkey to have the energy to edit this, especially because it's gonna be quite a lot of work, quite a lot of footage to put together, and just pray that all of technology works for this. Okay, when you see this video, you will have the 2020 hindsight that I don't have right now recording it, so you will know how it all worked out, and in the description I will write if anything interesting happened in the making of this video. So I really hope you enjoyed it. I hope I don't become lazy and I do give you the timestamps necessary for you to just jump around and just listen to the message of whichever member you're interested in. It is quite a commitment to watch this whole video, as it will be a huge commitment to do all of the NCT individual readings that I will do my best to work towards. I still have commitment issues with their individual readings. I'm doing my best, but I still have commitment issues. Only with NCT though, there are too many. I don't have the heart to do that many. So just keep your eyes peeled, just in case I go crazy and go like, I will do all of NCT's individual readings. Yeah, that is like a yearly goal actually, because it will take a lot of time. Yeah. Well, I'll leave that there. I'll see you on the next one, whenever that is. I hope you liked this video, and thank you so much for watching. Love and healing from my part to you, and yeah, I think that's it. Bye.